Welcome. Today I'm going to show you guys how to export videos on our DVRs. So you go to Export in the main menu, and you'll see that you'll have the option for all of the cameras here. So you can uncheck IP camera and choose just the one you want. You can choose multiples. It's up to you. As you'll see right now, I have a fairly long start and end time for recording. So I can narrow that down by going to the start time here. I just chose the date because I know I have some videos on that day. You can choose the time and the period that you want for it. So for instance, if you wanted to choose 3 o'clock in the afternoon to maybe 3:30, you're able to do that. So just for the speed of it, we'll just maybe we'll choose just maybe 3:45 or something like that. But you have the option here to choose sort of any time or any frame where you already have recordings, and it will capture every recording, whether it's on motion or continuous. It'll capture the time frame that matches in there between it when it searches. So we've brought up all the cameras here that you can see. So I chose one camera, but you can either select all or you can select individual clips to export. It's all based off of what you want to be able to actually export. So you can hit the export button here, or you can hit export all at the bottom if you wanted to as well, to export everything. But then you plug in your USB. So your USB by default, if you don't have one plugged in, will just show blanked up here. And if you want to plug in your USB, you're going to have to plug it in and then hit refresh. You can then create a new folder to store the file into, or where you want to save it. I'll just label it video here for an example. And then once you've got that video in place, you can go into the folder and you just hit export. You can choose video and log or player. We want to choose video because this is the video we're actually exporting. So that will go and it'll export clip by clip. If you're exporting large amounts of files, this could take anywhere from 5 minutes to a couple hours. It just depends on the amount of volume you have to transfer over. So when you are exporting as well, be aware that for the USB drives, we don't recommend going above 500 gigabytes. We find that there's a lot of issues with consistency on the larger size drives, so not all of them will work. You do need to have one that's USB based. It will only work off USB. So you can export it through any sort of drive like that, and it should be detectable at the top there. You can choose as well. I didn't do it at the time. I just exported it as MP4. But on some of the files for IP cameras, you can export as AVI now as well if you want to. So once you finish exporting, you can also then export the player if you want, so that whoever's going to be viewing this on the USB can have a player. So you just go back to export, you hit player, and then it will export that player. And once that's done, you'll see that there is the file actually in the folder here. You can see player. And that's it. That's how you export video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, click like. If you want to see more, click subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.